Hey everyone, my name is Georgiana Haynes, and we are here with another episode of Avon Calling, and I am here with a wonderful guest, Miss Milagros Garcia.
Hey!
And I'm also joined by my co-host, Jessica Zumbush. Jessica, please share with everyone where they'll be able to find the other half of our video for our interview with Milagros.
You can find it on my YouTube channel. It is called Makeup Maven Jessica.
Thanks, Jess. So keep watching, and we're going to go through another session of Avon Calling. All right, so Milagros, our super leader, our superstar leader, we have some questions for you today to kind of pick your brains on developing your leaders and how you've grown your business over the years. So the first question I want to ask you is, how do you develop your leaders? How do you connect with a full national team when they're so far away from you?
I love my team. I think that's one of the things that makes me great at what I do, is because we all want to be around each other. We want to work with each other. One of the things that I love to do is to take them out in the field with me. That helps them build the confidence that they need. Today we came from an event, and I always like to take to every event that I do. I always like to take them with me, because I do several things at the events. I sell products, I share the opportunity, and I also duplicate what I do. So one of the things that I love to do is to help them build the confidence that they need in the field. And for those who are not face-to-face with me, then we have a lot of telephone conversations. So yes, I love what I do. So I think that sometimes I don't even think that it's a big deal, because it's such a great time just to be around my leaders, around my team, and to let them know, hey, you know what, you can do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to ask, so you are huge on social media, and I know that your team has been spread out all across the United States. So you mentioned phone calls. Is that something that you do every week with your leaders? Do you call them every week? Do you do like virtual team meetings? How do you build your leaders that you aren't able to take hand by hand and go out in the field together?
I invite them a lot. My business is about invitation. I ask them, let's share your goals just by a simple text message, saying, hey, how are you doing? You're just having some kind of connection with them. Let's talk about your goals. Tell me about your day. I always let them know that they can reach out to me when they're ready. I invite them a lot. So every time I see an opportunity that maybe they get one of my emails, I send emails every week about my videos. I send them my training videos. I send them text messages consistently, letting them know whatever follow-up I need to do with them. I send them the recognition newsletter. So that way they can have my contact, and I always invite them. I always let them know, I'm here to support your business. How can we work together on your millions? Or how can we set goals together? I tend to talk about millions a lot, because millions doesn't have to be millions of dollars. Like somebody else's millions can mean more time with their kids, can mean a social life. For somebody, millions can be real million dollars, millions and millions. But, millions is a big word. So I always connect with them, especially so that they can give me feedback on their dreams and goals. So connection. It's not about calling them every day. It's about inviting them so that they can take the first step to say, I'm going to call Milagros and I'm going to ask her these questions and we're going to go over this because I need her support.
Right. Yeah, I feel like the connections are so important too, because I always say it's about building relationships, whether it's with customers or with teammates. But once you develop that relationship with a teammate and you become friends outside of, we're just Avon and working together, then if they do have a problem, they can reach out to you. And when you are doing events, you can reach out to them to invite them. But if you're only if you're only contacting them like, hey, it's time to place your order, or hey, do this, do that, then that's not relationship building. That's management. So I love that you're about getting the relationship going, not just being a manager. You're like leading by example through relationships. So I kind of have a question that's sort of going back to when you first started. So now that you've had all this experience and that you've done all of this, you've gone on to become executive unit leader, silver executive unit leader. You're working your business and just growing and growing higher and higher every day. And you've built this really great national team. But going back to like baby Avon Lady Milagros, what would you go back to her and say to her to tell her, do this differently?
Field time. I did so much field time. I was in the field the entire day. And I used to take my son. We worked together when he was 4 years old at the time. So I had to drag him out of the house because he would suck his thumb and watch TV. So I had to bribe him. Let's go. You're going to meet new friends. So we went out and we got home every night really late. We ate breakfast, lunch, dinner in the streets. I was on a mission. I was pressured because I had to get to, back then was senior executive unit leader in 2 years. So if I didn't meet that goal in 2 years, I would have to go back to work. I don't recommend that people do what I did. It was very stressful, but I brought in a great team that's still till this day with me, and a lot of them has seen me grown, and I know them. The ones that leave the business and come back, they always come back. They always come back to me because they know that more than just, building a business, there's a friendship, there's a relationship there. So field time. Right now, I continue to do a lot of field time, but it's not the same because I have other responsibilities to take care of. Like yesterday, I had to ground myself to send out cards that I order for New Year's. And I say, I'm staying here. So that's what I did. And, I had to do follow-up calls. And so responsibilities change as you start building a larger team. Then you're going to have to compensate with what you do and incorporate different activities so that you can continue your growth.
So, sorry, I keep interrupting you.
That's fine.
I get so eager because I just want to pick Milagros' brain because she has so much experience and I love it. So, as a top leader, you keep mentioning this as a business. I know at the very beginning when I started Avon, I didn't see it as a business. So once you changed your view and realized, it was a business, you were working it as a business. What kind of advice or mentorship did anybody give you? Like, what was the best piece of advice that you got for this Avon business?
I had a lot of support from my former district manager. There were actually two that will always be in my heart, Judy Hunter and Teresa Snyder. And the only reason why I'm here is because I saw an $8,000 check. So that's why I share my earnings, because that was the only thing that stopped me from quitting leadership. I said, if someone else did it, is doing it, they're making big money, why can I learn the business and do the same?
So that seeing that check was sort of like the start of your dream board, so to speak.
And my goal is still to earn $8,000 every 2 weeks since I started. We're halfway there. It's going to take us a lot of more work, working harder, working with the team. And, leadership is not only getting yourself out there and working for you. It's about grabbing everybody and showing them that they can also grow. When you show that kind of partnership, when you let them know that leadership is not 100% of your efforts, it's also a percentage of everybody on your team doing their work, then the duplication process starts, and they're going to do the same that you're doing. So that's my goal, to be able to duplicate everything that I do with my team members.
So you said a little bit earlier that when you first started, you had this goal to replace your full-time income, and you were out every day, and that was your schedule. So can you tell me a little bit more about that? Were you working, did you have the earnings in the forefront of your mind, and were you working backwards from that? Or were you just working with the intention of making as much extra as you had, as you could in the time that you had?
At the time, I was making $21 every 2 weeks. So I think that was so frustrating that I became like vicious. I didn't want to make that kind of money. My goal was to be able to replace my full-time job with my earnings. I did that in 1 year, and I was an advanced unit leader, earning $1,200 every 2 weeks back then.
Nice.
I had a very large organization, and I was earning a lot of commissions. I would be out there bringing in new team members, and that brought me a lot of earnings every 2 weeks. But that's the beauty about what I did was that I saw that every time our team grew that campaign, I saw my earnings grow. I saw my team sales grow. I saw more excitement between the leaders that have been in the business for a while and were not taking on the opportunity. So that's why I say that field time and just getting out there and building your business face to face is by far the fastest, more duplicatable thing that you can do, at least for me. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, Milagros, I think that you are a huge success in Avon, and I love seeing you in the brochures and always seeing your YouTube videos. But I want to know, what is your definition of success?
My definition of success is that I do not want to retire poor. I'm very afraid of that. And when we are in an age that we can, get around, we would like to be wealthy and to be able to support ourselves while we are at that growing pain of getting old. So I work hard now that I can. I work very, very hard because I have the energy, I have the drive, and that I know it's going to come a time when I'm not going to be as active as I am now. So I don't take it for granted. I love what I do and I love to work.
It sounds like it because you've got your a lot of field time scheduled. I know you're not doing as much field time now as you did in the past, or you changed your schedule so that you're also doing more training and coaching and phone calls and postcards as opposed to just being out in the field. So I always think to myself that when you're passionate about something, what does they say? That if you love what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work. So do you feel that way too? And you as well, just does it like not feel like work to you guys?
Yeah, I just love it. I love what I do, and it's, you know, I can really consider my days as the perfect days. So, and I'm able to just, mingle with my personal life and then work the business. So, it's great to be independent, to work for you, and to show others that they can do the same.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Milagros. Just want to give you a chance. Is there anything else that you would like to share? Anything that we missed in our discussion today?
One advice that I always tell everybody: don't give up. Don't ever give up. Give yourself at least 6 months of honest work into your business so that you can have the passion and not quit on your success.
Awesome. Now, Milagros is sugarcoating right now, but when she says honest work, she means work, not I'm honestly working.
Yes.
All right, guys. So if you want to hear more from Milagros, be sure to check her out on her social media. Millie, where can we find you on social media?
Milagros Avon Garcia. And my YouTube channel, I have lots of trainings on Avon Wings. My YouTube channel is Avon Wings. And also I have another channel in Spanish, is TV Latino Avon Wings. So
Awesome.
thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. So be sure to follow my channel for more Avon calling, as well as Jessica's channel for more Avon calling, and tune into Milagros Garcia's channels because, as she mentioned, she does have a lot of great training. Thank you so much, Milagros, for joining us. So we are going to continue our discussion. We're going to be talking with Miss Jessica on her channel in a minute. So be sure to tune into Jessica's channel so you can continue to watch the rest of this video. Thank you, Milagros. Thank you for Jessica for joining me on my channel.
Thank
and I
you.
look forward to speaking with you guys again.